Welcome back, everybody, to 31 1990s horror movies for Halloween, where I'm counting down my favorite horror movies from the 1990s. So yes, we have 2 Wes Craven movies in a row. As much as I love Scream, it is my 3rd favorite Wes Craven movie. Number 1 is The Hills Have Eyes, and number 2 is our number 7 spot, The People Under the Stairs. I remember when I rented this movie back in the day, I watched it quite a few times. I think I watched it like 3 or 4 times during the week I had it, because it really stuck with me. It's one of my favorite horror comedies, and it is my second favorite Wes Craven movie. I love Scream, I love Nightmare on Elm Street, but People Under the Stairs just worked for me. This is a home invasion movie, but it's a home invasion movie in reverse. Usually in a home invasion movie, you have people dealing with the killers or the antagonist of the film breaking into their house. In this movie, the person breaking into the house is the protagonist, and you have the people inside the house who are crazy.
Another way out.
This has one of my favorite main characters in a horror movie, the character of Fool. Because, you know, people are looking for horror movies that have representation. People Under the Stairs has representation. The main character in this is a black boy, and it deals a lot with, you know, African-American neighborhoods and stuff like that. But anyway, he's a kid from the ghetto whose mother and his family, they're about to be kicked out of their apartment, and his mother has cancer. His mother has cancer, and they're about to be kicked out of the apartment, and they need money to prevent that from happening. And Fool has, I believe he's just turned 13, which is considered an unlucky year, an unlucky age. And of course, Fool is his nickname, but that's what everybody knows him as. Anyway, so he hears about this treasure that's in this house, which is basically owned by the landlord of many of the properties in the ghetto, and there have always been rumors about that house. You know, every neighborhood has those rumors of that one house in the neighborhood, and the people in there are nuts. In this case, it's true. So he breaks into the house, and then he finds out this horror show that's in there. The 2 people in this house, they're called Mummy and Daddy. They have this little girl that they keep in the house who they abuse horribly, and they have people living under the stairs. They were basically trying to find the perfect son, but whenever one of these sons heard, saw, or spoke evil, they would remove the bad parts and lock them up in the basement. And you have all these traps set up around the house. So Fool, I mean, he broke in there with 2 other men, and those 2 other men do not last long. But for the rest of the movie, he's trying to get out of this house, trying to escape these crazy parents. And it is such an entertaining movie, and Mummy and Daddy are legitimately, they're entertaining villains, but they are indeed creepy.
Find him, bring him back to me.
I will.
Take him under the stairs and do him like the others.
Kill him.
Only it won't be his ears I cut off.
His balls.
And you can see inspiration for the movie The Collector. Everybody remembers The Collector, which, okay, yes, it's a very underrated horror movie, but it's gotten a lot of appreciation over the years. You remember how the Collector dresses in that movie. You know, he's kind of dressed up like a gimp and dressed up in leather. That's how Daddy dresses up in this movie. So yes, you have 2 home invasion movies involving someone breaking into a house, there's traps in that house, and you have someone dressed up all in leather. So yeah, you can definitely see some inspiration for The Collector in this movie. But it's just a fun horror movie. That's why I love it so much. It's so much fun. There's some great one-liners here. Here's one of my favorites.
Hey, Mama sleeps like cat!
You have some great one-liners, you have some legitimately suspenseful moments, and I love the character of Fool. And because a lot of times when you have kids in a horror movie, they're spouting one-liners all the time. And yes, Fool does have some good one-liners, but this is a movie that shows how unsafe it can be to be a kid. And they're not afraid to put this kid in danger. And he's literally fighting back. He is fighting for his life throughout this film. And you wonder, is like, could this kid die? I mean, will this movie go there? And that's what's great about it. I mean, as fun as it is, you do feel like Fool could die at any moment, which is what makes it so suspenseful.
Come on!
And then you have the little girl Alice who Fool befriends. She's good in this movie too. Everybody does such a good job in this movie. The performances are they are over the top, but this is an over-the-top movie. This movie is made to be more fun than scary, but it's a good mix of fun and suspenseful. For me, I think People Under the Stairs is a good horror movie for newcomers to the horror genre, because it does have some creepy moments and some blood in it, but it is mostly fun. I think this is a perfect movie for those just getting into the horror genre. So, People Under the Stairs, one of my favorite horror comedies. I think it is a horror comedy, where it is funny, but suspense is more of the point of it. But again, it is very well done. I love the characters in it. I love the villains in it. I love the humor. I love the traps. It's just such an entertaining movie. This is another movie that's perfect for getting a group of friends together for Halloween and watching it. Nightmare on Elm Street is great. Scream is great. Last House on the Left is great. But Hills Have Eyes is my favorite Wes Craven movie, but People Under the Stairs is my second favorite Wes Craven movie, and I don't think it gets nearly the respect it deserves. Give this one a watch for October. I guarantee, if you just want a fun time, I guarantee you will have a good time with People Under the Stairs.
I don't want to kill you, but I will, because I don't like you much anyway.